Hi, my name is Lucas Allenball. The name of my channel, you guys probably know if you haven't seen it already. You don't, but if you have, my name is Lucas. This channel is called Spiritually Seeking. Um, this channel is mainly for reaching out to people that are like me or that share some of the traits and interests, and just for people that want to talk and that are going through hard times just like me. um, Other than that, that's pretty much all I have to say about like what the whole channel is for. um, I make a lot of videos. uh, if you haven't watched anything on here, then you probably don't know that. If you have, then you know that I make videos. I just don't make videos all the time or as much, and I am not as professional um, about it. I haven't really met anybody on here that's new that relates with me or that just wants to be friends and talk. Um, that being said, one of the things about me that you probably would be interested in, especially if you're a big music lover, is me and my content and my music. Uh, I've made my own music at home for several years, probably, I don't know, 6, 7 years. I feel like I'm really getting to the point where I'm getting really good, or as good as I want to get. I'm getting to the point to where I finally see the light at the end of the tunnel. And what I mean by that is I can see my goal that I'm trying to reach, and I know what it is. It's just too far away for me to reach. And I've been doing a lot of thinking here recently, and I've realized that achieving that goal, or even getting close to achieving it, is going to take a lot of work uh, and a lot of alone time, a lot of self-learning, self-discipline. But it's also most of all going to be, or it's going to need uh, people like me around. Um, I need friends that can just be friends, but I also need friends because I hardly have any in general. And that's another reason why I started making my music in the first place, is because there's a lot of things about me that are different compared to a lot of other people. I'm not going to say that I'm not normal, because I don't even think that normal exists. I'm just going to say I am very, very different uh, than a lot of people. For instance, my health history and the big list of my health history and how I have went through a lot of the bullshit that I went through, what it's taught me, all the strength that it's given me, and how tougher it's made me. It's one of the big reasons why I also started making content too is because I've always felt different in my life ever since I was like probably young and knew what I went through as a baby. Because what I went through whenever I was a baby, uh, I think I was 1.5. I wasn't coherent enough to even know that I was going through it. So, that being said, one of the other biggest reasons why I make shit is because I don't know what to do with myself and my silence, the way I show myself in public or the way that I come off. I don't have very good social skills and I never have. And that's another reason why I'm trying to make this channel in the first place, is to try to like reach out to people and actually make friends, whether it be like just on here to talk to, or actual friends that I can hang out with and like share my interests and just hang out. Because I've spent like I don't know how many years alone already that it's driving me nuts. And I'm not talking about just alone like with no friends. I'm talking about no friends, been single for like 3 or 4 years now, because after I had my kid and after I got treated the way I got treated by his mom, I kind of just lost the fuck that I used to give about trying to even make relationships work. And another reason that I don't really get so fixated or care about it that much anymore as I did back whenever I was a kid is because I grew up with the same parents for like, what was it, 20 some years. And they were together the whole time. And I used to envy that. And I still do, like the thought of that. But their relationship did not last, however. Probably for the best, because my dad wasn't happy and my mom definitely was not happy. So I grew up with both of my parents. I wasn't really separated from them. When I was a kid, like a young kid, I had a really, really good relationship with my brother and my parents. And I still have a very good relationship with my brother, just not as much as a good relationship with my parents as I used to anymore. But even like that, and the thought of that, like disappearing soon, because I know it's gonna happen. Like, we're all gonna die sometime. We can't fucking live forever. I'm dreading it because I've always had my parents around. Just for support, health, help, nourishment, just a lot of shit. And, whenever I grew up and I was enough of an age to where I could live on my own, I was doing that. And I was doing good for a while, and I still am. Like, mind state wise. It's just, when you hit like your 30s, especially 33, I guess, because that's what I'm getting ready to turn in a couple days. My birthday is on January 23rd. I guess turning 33, or just something about your early 30s really, really fucking changes some people, and you start to notice some shit. Like some real shit that matters, that you did not worry about or even think about, or could have thought about whenever you were a kid or whenever you were growing up, trying to become a teenager, or trying to become a teenager and going through puberty and hormones and all that shit. There was a lot of stuff that I had to learn how to do on my own, but I had a safe environment always to be able to do so. And I was always fed. I never spent a day hungry in my life or thirsty or anything like that. And for that, you know, I'm blessed. I've always been blessed, especially by them. But even like past that, I've been blessed my whole life by the grace of God, just like all of you have. And we need to start to really realize that and stop ignoring it and start appreciating it and stop forgetting about why we're here, who created us, and who's the boss of everything, and who's the beginning and the end. With that being said, that's pretty much all I have to say. I've been doing a lot of self-growth, which requires a lot of alone time, I will say. And a lot of that alone time, whenever you're going through it, can be hard until you get to the point, or to the understanding that the only thing that really matters is family and the Lord. But mainly the Lord and your family, and obeying the Lord and spreading His word to people who don't know it or just don't pay attention to it as much as they should, or just forget about it from time to time, which I am capable, or not capable, I am guilty of. I do forget about, like, reading my Bible a lot and praying and stuff, like every night and every morning. But there's never ever been a time where I have not, or there's never ever been a time where I have forgotten about the grace of God, or the King of all kings, or the reason why I'm even here. And I never will. And I am making this message tonight to hope that you guys don't make that same mistake that I don't want to make. Forgetting our blessing. Because how can you take part and be blessed in your blessing if you don't take action on it, or if you don't even know it's there? And for that being said, I'm going to end it with like a question. Like, what does all this mean? Because none of you people that I'm talking to on this video, if anyone's watching this video or ever does, will know that answer.